I just thought to myself, go big or go home. So I set a range order up at my stop out. And then I set the other one down at 118, somewhere around down here, because there was a big bid down at 118. And I saw the bid this morning and it was like a 200 lot or something like that. And then all of a sudden, like after a while, it was growing. It became like a 300 lot. And then like bids started to stack with it. So we've got like a 300 lot paired with like a 60 lot. And I was like, oh, someone is up here and they're selling and they're putting their order out down here to cover. What is up and happy Friday. Hope you guys had a good day. I had a pretty decent day. I'm wearing my fun shirt because it's Friday, so I'm feeling pretty good. I traded PayPal, but surprise, surprise, right? I've been watching that all week. But let's just talk about the SPY really quick. So yesterday we had that sell-off after the CPI news and the rate increase situation. And then we just kind of like hung out in the pre-market, just kind of in this area. So I've got this level here at 451-ish that I played long yesterday, and now that we're below it, I'm thinking, you know, maybe it will pull back to it, and then we'll get kind of a continuation to the downside. And that was kind of my plan this morning. Also, it's paired pretty well with R3, not exactly, but it's close to it. So, you know, I was definitely thinking of this area as resistance for a possible short. And, you know, maybe it would break out of it and then we would get along. I was open to it, but definitely more short bias this morning. So yeah, so I played PayPal. I'm actually still in my PayPal trade. I've got some, oops, not YPAL, PayPal. Come on. All right. So maybe it's going to get my range order pretty soon. But so what I liked on PayPal, let me just show you this area again in case you haven't watched one of the other videos. We've got this range that's kind of set up right here back in 2019, 2020. So we've been playing kind of at the top of it, right? So we had this huge sell-off. Now we've kind of bounced off the top of it a couple times. I played the bounce on it, and now we're breaking below that area, and the SPY is possibly looking a little bit weak. So I'm kind of more interested in short back into like this range area. So let's go to the 5, and then I'm going to throw the pivots back on because I've mentioned a couple times what I like about this is we've got my level here, which it was at 120.88, and then I kind of went back to that weekly chart this morning and found a couple more touches to a couple more candles and was like, I'm going to adjust it a little bit. It's not that big of a deal, especially because I use like a 10% ATR, which is kind of like that move. So, you know, a few cents here and there isn't that big of a deal. But I just thought, you know, why not? I'll just kind of make it a little bit more accurate for me. So yeah, we've got that level, we've got R3. I'm thinking short if the SPY, you know, breaks down. And we'll take it to the 1 minute. So on the 1 minute chart, when we broke up this morning, we immediately rejected that level and R3. And so I was thinking, all right, we're just going. So I actually hit into this. And then my stop was up at like 121.03. So it's 10% of the ATR. And when it came up here and it had a false breakout of this level and R3, I hit in again. So now I'm in 2R and it moved my average up a little bit. So my stop was now at 121.10. So I had some room, you know, for it. And, you know, I just thought, you know, either, you know, I'm going to get a 2-hour loss on this or I'm going to get a baller move. So that was kind of my mindset. And I was okay with that. So it kind of just chopped around a lot of the day. And, you know, somewhere around this area, I just thought to myself, go big or go home. So I set a range order up at my stop out. And then I set the other one down at 118, somewhere around down here, because there was a big bid down at 118. And I saw the bid this morning and it was like a 200 lot or something like that. And then all of a sudden, like after a while, it was growing. It became like a 300 lot. And then like bids started to stack with it. So we've got like a 300 lot paired with like a 60 lot. And I was like, oh, someone is up here and they're selling and they're putting their order out down here to cover. I'm pretty sure at least. So that was kind of my plan. I was like, I'm either gonna get stopped out for 2R or I'm gonna take the full move down to that giant bid, and that was my plan. And so I set range orders out. I set one at 118, and then I to take most of my position off, and then I set some more out lower in case we broke lower. Because if you take a look at this, let's go to like maybe if we go to the 60-minute chart, you can kind of see it better. You know, these pivots kind of screw everything up a little bit, but so we've got this area here, right? so if it breaks below that, there's not a ton of support to the downside. You know, we've maybe got this that was set in the pre-market, but if it breaks that, like, where are we going? So I'm actually about to get filled unless it decides to bounce and leave me, which it did this morning. And I'll have to talk about that really quick. But so yeah, so I did most of my position there, and then I took, and then the other one is set just above S3, and then I've got the final one set at 70% of the daily ATR. So, you know, if you look up here on the L2, we've got the ATRs at 73. It's been at like 69 most of the morning, 70 most of the morning. So I take the ATR, which is like on PayPal like a $9, $10 move, and I take 10% of that. Oh, sweet, I just got filled. Yay. I take 70% of that, I multiply it by 70%, and I get what I think the move for the day might be. And that's kind of like what I'm aiming for. So, you know, I just got filled at S3, and now my target is, it's somewhere down at, let's see, 115.05 is my next one. And that'll be roughly 70% of the average true range. So yeah, we'll see if it gets there. It might not. It might not, but what happened this morning? So like I said, I was basically like, go big or go home, and I set my limit order out. And let's take it to the 1 minute. And I took my dogs outside, and I threw the ball for them, and I was like, it'll get me, it'll get me. So my range order is here at 118.05. This candle right here, it went to 118.04.33, and it didn't fill me. And you know, I came back in probably somewhere around here, and I was like, oh, I didn't get filled. What the hell? And then it bounced up, and I saw like some bids stepping in front of that big one. And the big one obviously hadn't been filled yet. It was still down at 118. And I thought, oh, some people are just trying to cover, and so it's probably going to squeeze us a little bit up or pop it a little bit up. But then we'll come back down, and we'll flush through it. And it came back down, and it went exactly to 118.05 again, and still didn't fill me. And I was like, oh my God, PayPal, why do you hate me so much? And then I was like, I'm not going to like sit here and like fight over, you know, a few cents or whatever. So I actually moved my partial up here, and I just took it out. And then I was just like, that's fine. I put some bread money in the basket, and just now waiting for the other one. So yeah, it could maybe reverse here. I don't know. It really depends on what the market's going to do. We'll see. We'll see if it gets to that final one. If not, I'll just hit out of it. But yeah, overall, a good trade on PayPal. That was, you know, probably the best part of today. Yeah, I didn't catch anything else. I did take a quick trade on MU. I took it at the rejection of a weekly range level and R3. So I went in here thinking that we're going to get moved to the downside. The SPY popped a little bit, brought it back up here. And when I looked at the L2, I saw a bunch of asks stacked on the top side, and I didn't see anything on the bids. And I was like, there's no, like, I don't have any confidence in this anymore. So I actually hit out of it. And then I thought for a second about flipping and taking the breakout of this level because the asks were all stacked to the top side. But the RVOL on it, I think was like, I want to say it was 46. I could be wrong. Maybe I was looking at something else. I don't know. I just didn't feel good about it. And you know what? If you don't feel good about it, don't take the trade. You don't have to take the trade. So I was like, I already took it short, and it didn't work out, and I don't feel like flipping my bias, so I did not flip my bias. And what are you gonna do? So that didn't work out, but that's okay. And then Apple, I tried to trade Apple. So I got break even on MU, and then I tried to trade Apple. Got a range level right about here, and as it was breaking it with the SPY, I thought, oh, we're gonna get this move down like this. But it was just such a choppy mess, and I got stopped out for 1 hour, and you know, whatever, it's fine. It is what it is, but man, right idea, wrong timing, but that's okay. Anyways, PayPal was good to me. Let's see what she's doing right now real quick before we say our bid farewell. All right, cool. I don't know, we might actually break through this. There's really not a lot going on to the downside to this to protect it. So, but there's also not a lot of bids. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Anyways, hope you guys had a good day, and have a great weekend, and I will catch you next week. Peace.